Wishing a very warm welcome for this channel again. Have a great day, my viewers. In this video, today we are going to discuss about alimentary canal. We have to discuss about the development of alimentary canal and different histological zones of alimentary canal. In the next video, we will discuss about different part of alimentary canal. Okay, so let's discuss. The alimentary canal in embryonic condition originated from a single tube. Okay, suppose this one is the embryo, and is the embryo. During the folding of embryo, what happens? A tube, a straight tube extended throughout the length of body. There is a tube, embryonic tube, okay, which originated from endoderm. From this portion, this one is the yolk sac. From the mid portion of the tube, a short connection arises which is connected with midgut. Clear? A short connection to the yolk sac. This part which connect a narrow passage to the yolk sac produces midgut zone. The part anterior to midgut became the foregut. Then the part which is behind the midgut became hindgut. Clear? So the alimentary canal has been separated into foregut, midgut and hindgut. Clear? Okay. So after development, the foregut differentiated into oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus. The midgut differentiated into stomach, small intestine, while the large intestine, cloaca, it is under the hindgut. Clear? So this alimentary canal has been developed from the endoderm, and it is one of the earliest forming organ in different organism. The alimentary canal shows various modifications. Okay, in herbivores, in carnivores, in fishes, amphibians, there is a great modification in the alimentary canal. And today we have to discuss about the histological layers of alimentary canal. Let's discuss. So let's discuss about the histological views. Okay. Histological, it is seen that the alimentary canal consists of a hollow lumen. This hollow lumen, this one is the hollow lumen of the alimentary canal. This is the lumen at which the food passes. Lumen. This layer is called as the zone surrounding the lumen is called as mucosa. Okay. What is mucosa? The layer producing mucus is called as mucosa. It is found in different parts: respiratory system, excretory system, in digestive system. Mucosa is found. Okay. It consists of inner layer of loose connective tissue called as lamina propria. Inner layer. The innermost layer of this mucosa layer consists of loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. This is lamina propria. This zone. Out of the mucosa, it is lamina propria. Okay. Then it also consists of outer smooth muscle, which is muscularis mucosa. Then mucosa consists of lamina propria, and then this is muscularis mucosa. This one is total mucosa, lamina propria, then this part is muscularis mucosa. Okay, mucosa is over. What is its basic function? Above the mucosa, there is a large number of neuronal body in submucosa. Okay, this is another layer. This is submucosa. This is submucosa. What does it contain? This submucosa consists of large number of neural body called as subneuronal plexus. Okay, the neurons which are connected to this muscularis mucosa for contraction of alimentary canal, because alimentary canal contraction is needed for transport of food material. So here neuronal bodies are present, neuronal body, cell bodies are present. The neuronal bodies are called as neuronal plexus. Okay, the neuronal plexus. The neuronal plexus provide the motor impulse to the mucosa for contraction of alimentary canal and movement of food. Okay, this is subneuronal complexus. It consists of dense irregular connective tissue. This layer consists of dense irregular connective tissue in it. Okay, so mucosa, submucosa above. Above the submucosa there is muscularis propria. Muscularis propria. The inner muscle is circular muscle, and outer muscle is longitudinal. Together these are called as muscularis propria. This is muscularis propria. Okay, muscularis propria. Outer longitudinal muscle, inner circular muscle. Clear? Then the outermost muscle, outermost layer to the muscle, it is called as, this outermost layer is serosa. This is serosa layer. Okay, this layer is serosa. Okay, what is its function? It is a partition. This serosa forms a partition between organ and alimentary canal. It is a partition. The layer produces serous fluid. Serosa produces serous fluid which reduces friction with other organs inside the body cavity. Clear? So this one is serosa, then muscularis propria, circular longitudinal muscle, then submucosa and mucosa. These are the different histological layers of the alimentary canal. Whenever food reaches the lumen, in the mucosa there are numerous stretch receptor, or these are also chemical receptors in them, stretch and chemical receptor. They send out signal to brain, okay, and immediately the brain also sends signal to the lining endocrine glands to produce hormones. Also endocrine glands to produce hormone. The stretch receptor sends signal to brain, brain sends signal to endocrine glands, okay, endocrine glands. The endocrine glands produces hormone. What happen? The hormone stimulate enzyme production. At the same time, the motor neuron also stimulate the muscle layer for contraction. In this muscle layer, there is another plexus of neuron also lies, which is called as Mentric plexus. Mentric plexus or Auerbach plexus. Okay, so the Mentric plexus is called as Auerbach plexus. So it help in contraction of muscle for motility of alimentary canal. Clear? So these are the basic histological structure. That means it is well vascularized and supplied with nerve. Clear? Thank you all for